You know what I've come to realize about life down here is that everything is about illusion and perception. Illusion and perception. You take someone, we'll call that person letter A. And then you take another person, we'll call that person letter B. And then we'll take another person and we'll call that person letter C. So ABC. Letter A may be living his or her life. Letter B may be living his or her life. Letter C may be living his or her life. And all three of them know what their lives are. They're the ones living it. But those three same individuals can look at one another and have a certain perception of what they think the other person's life is like. Because looking at other people's lives from the outside in, sometimes, though depicted as the ideal life to have and live, can actually, in actuality, I'll say, be the product of illusion. I believe that in a lot of aspects of life, the things that we perceive are based off of excuse me, illusion. You take someone who has a white picket fence, a nice home, a dog in the backyard, a pool in the backyard, the husband, the wife, the two children, the boy and the girl, and they can have a picture perfect looking life. That's an illusion. And when you think that they have no problems, that their lives are like candy and roses, that's your perception. 9 times out of 10, it is not their actuality. That's one reason why you should never wish for somebody else's life. Never. People can look at people that have a whole lot of money. And perhaps, let's just say, letter A has a lot of money. Letter B has minimal money. Letter C has no money. Letter A will have to keep up an illusion. Like, I got to keep up this front to make it look like I'm all of that. And I got all of that. But letter A still has problems. Letter B can look at letter A and go, oh, that person has the ideal life. Letter C can look at both of them and go, letter A and letter B have it going on. And letter C can say, I have nothing. And let's just say letter C is a homeless man on the streets of New York. Letter B can be living in the suburbs, living in a nice house, but still minimum income. Letter A can be living on a hill in a mansion. To the man in New York, letter C, it can look like letter B and letter A are living the American dream. But in actuality, letter A knows that she, he, them, or they are not living the American dream. They think letter A is. And letter A can look at letter B and letter C and say, well, I'm glad I'm not in their shoes. And I'm glad I'm wealthy and I'm living in this house on a hill. But letter A can be going through all sorts of hell that letter B